What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dom Kemp, and today we are covering the Toronto Raptors versus the Washington Wizards, game 1 of the round of 16 on the Eastern Conference side of things, guys. We are going to be going through the box score and things of that sort and seeing what actually went down. Guys, just a little bit later, I will also be covering the Golden State Warriors and San Antonio Spurs game as well, so stay tuned for that. It should be exciting, as well as the Miami Heat and Philadelphia 76ers and New Orleans Pelicans and the Portland Trailblazers. So, guys, a pretty stacked day for some NBA action, especially the playoffs, since they actually try in it as well. So, guys, first and foremost, the final score of this one was 106 to 114. The Toronto Raptors edge away from the Washington Wizards in the 6th. Drake was there chilling in the front row, so pretty interesting right there. But guys, we are going to look at how many points each player scored, as well as of course the bench, just seeing who was off the bench that may have made a 6-man role impact. Guys, we start off with Marcus Morris, or Markeith. I'm not sure which brother that is, but it's one of them. 22 points in the entire game from the power forward position. Have to give him credit there. Pretty big numbers from him. 1 for 4 from 3, though. That's not going to cut it, even though they still did win this game. Otto Porter Jr., 32 minutes played, as well as shooting. 4 for 7 from the field and 9 points. Moved down to Marcin Gortat, played only 29 minutes this game. 6 for 9, 12 points, but he did have 6 rebounds. And I also forgot to let you guys know that Markeith ended up getting 11 rebounds, so he was the team leader in rebounds, guys. I have to give him credit at the power forward position. We do move down to Marcin Gortat. As I said, he had 12 points and 6 rebounds. John Wall had 23 points, 15 assists, 4 steals. This man is an impact player. It's a shame that there are so many other players in the NBA that make it count as well. John Wall is underrated in my opinion. He is definitely one of the top 5 point guards in the NBA right now. And trust me, I do not have a list, but I believe he is one of the top 5 point guards in the NBA, if not number 5. 15 assists, 23 points in his first playoff game this year. Have to give him credit for that. Bradley Beal played 41 minutes, played the most on the team. 8 for 17 from the field, 2 for 6 from 3. Not the best. 19 points, though. 4 assists, 3 steals, and 2 rebounds. So definitely a great outburst from John Wall and Bradley Beal in this sense, guys. Have to give John Wall and Bradley Beal credit. They did show up, but it's unfortunate that the Raptors definitely have a solid team. We're going to... we're only going to look at one player from the bench, and that is Scott. Scott, the power forward for the Wizards, 7 for 10 from the field, had 14 points. A pretty good game for him, 3 rebounds as well off the bench. He was the highest scoring player off the bench. Moving down, guys, to, and as a team, how the teams ended up, how the Washington Wizards ended up shooting. Not bad at all. 41 for 86, 47%. 8 for 21 from three-point range, so 38%. 16 for 18 from free throws, 88.9%, as well as a lot of other things, but that all totaled up to 106 points in this game. The Toronto Raptors, we moved down to them, guys. Definitely a solid team this year. May be serious, may not be serious. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see how that goes this playoff run for them. Serge Ibaka, 33 minutes, 3 for 4 from 3, 8 for 11 from the field, 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 blocks. A great power forward in that sense. He definitely did play pretty well, so great job from Serge Ibaka leading the team in scoring in this game. We move down to Anunoby. I don't know how to say his name. Anunoby. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. 5 for 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 12 points in total. Not sure who he is, but he definitely had, a pretty decent game. Jonas Valanciunas, I know who he is. 4 for 6 from the field, 1 for 2 from free throw. Had 9 rebounds. He had 2 assists as well as 9 points. He did not crack double-digit scoring, but when you have a center who can block a shot or 2, which he ended up only blocking 1 in this game, it definitely helps the result. Moving on to Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry, not the biggest outburst this game, but he was playing his role as a point guard, getting 9 assists as well as 11 points. Almost a double-double if you got 1 more assist. 1 for 4 from 3. Not a good shooting day. 4 for 9 from the field. Moving on down to the main man, the trigger, DeMar DeRozan, 35 minutes played in this game, ended up shooting 6 for 17. Not his best not his best shooting performance. 17 points, 6 assists. He played that shooting guard role with perfection in the sense of being the second leading scorer in this game, right behind Serge Ibaka on the Raptors. So pretty good for them. Moving down the list, guys, onto the bench, we do look at one player, and that is Wright, the point guard. Had 25 minutes, 7 for 10 from the field, 3 for 4 from three-point range, 18 points. Great outburst from him. Great play as well. Moving on, guys, down to the stats of the team. 41 for 77 from the field for the Raptors, 53.2%. 16 for 30 from three-point, absolutely scoring, 53.3%. 16 for 20 from free throws, 78.9%. And the rest is history, guys. So 114 points allocated for the Raptors. So far, guys, they are looking good. But of course, when you're playing on your home court, you're supposed to look good. We're going to have to see how games 3 and 4 shape up in Washington, even though game 2 is going to be coming soon, guys. So stay tuned for that. But that is the end of this one, guys. The Miami Heat and Philadelphia 76ers have just started, so that should be a pretty good game. I will be covering later on, so stay tuned for that. Much appreciated. Thank you for the support, guys. 106-114. The Raptors go up by 1 in game 1. We'll have to find out what the Wizards can do in game 2 to slow them down. That is it. Thank you so much for listening. I will be coming back with the Golden State Warriors and San Antonio Spurs recap as well. Thank you, and bye-bye.